Right. This is the street I'm staying on, bed and breakfast. Here's the local park, Hebden Bridge. Very pleasant here, and of course I'm lucky with the weather. There's my first viewing of the Rochdale canal, built in 1805 and restored over since the 1990s. Now it's recreational. Now it serves as recreational use. And this is Hebden Bridge, the town. Hebden Bridge Picture House. On my way to the railway station. Hebden Bridge was an old textile industrial town, but now of course it's been gentrified, you might say. And there's an old mill that's been converted into a nursery. There's Todmorden railway station, and now down here somewhere is the Todmorden Town Hall. Been recommended viewing. This is Todmorden Town Hall, probably, they say, one of the more impressive town halls in Yorkshire. There's Todmorden Church. This is a very busy junction. I'm going to find my way now to the Rochdale Canal, Yorkshire Bank, the town of Todmorden in West Yorkshire. There's another shot of the town hall. Still in Todmorden. Here's a quiet little highway of streets. And looking for the Rochdale Canal. It's along here somewhere. Spent half an hour going in the wrong direction. I'm still in Todmorden. And I finally got to the right place. There's another church in Todmorden. Oops, the tree's just fallen over. There's one of the many locks along the Rochdale Canal. So I finally cross over to the other side where there's a footpath. After some shenanigans trying to find my way, I'm finally on the canal towpath. There's an impressive structure from the times when the canal was built. Look at the size of that retaining wall there on the right hand side. This is lock number 2 I've come to, about maybe half a mile along the canal so far. Traditional Yorkshire stone houses or stone built houses. There's lock number 2 I just passed. Inhabitants of the canal. And here's lock number 3 I'm coming up to, and you can see just a elaborate railway bridge just over the other side. There's lock number 3 I've just passed. There's that elaborate structure, castellated bridge. It's very popular, several locks. It obviously climbs up a hill here. And there's a nice little cottage. Well, after nearly an hour and a half, I went completely in the wrong direction, away from Hebden Bridge. I've got no excuse. I just, obviously, yeah, the signs were there, but I missed them. So I'm back in Todmorden after an hour and a half of walking, going in the wrong direction. And it really, Todmorden, it really is it's been once an old industrial town, but now been refurbished. And yeah, a very pleasant place. Now, I think the plan now is to see if I can get a bus halfway back to Hebden Bridge and climb Stoodley Pike from there. Okay, there's the town bus station directions, but I think I've changed my mind again, because right there in the distance, far distance, you can't miss it, is Stoodley Pike Monument. I don't know if you can see it. Right. So, oh well, what I'll do, I'll look for a place to have a break, recover a bit and carry on. It's a very popular walk on a nice day, the canal towpath. There's some residents of the canal, permanent residents. All residents of the canal having its lunch hour for them. All residents of the canal sunning themselves. Okay, I'm going to have a break here and see if I can recover a bit from the false starts. Old Royd Lock number 17. And there's an old industrial chimney, derelict chimney. Go along the canal for another mile and then descend towards Stoodley Pike. That's where I'll be taking a break. One miner is after another. This has actually been closed off, but people are still going along here. Now, this is all last winter, the disastrous floods. The canal, you can see, is just a trickle now. But there's an old building there that's now converted into apartments. Typical of the industrial scenery along these ancient canals. The industrial building converted to apartments. You can see here workings all being dredged. See if I can get through. Okay, as the canal's blocked off, just back there. I'm going to have to walk along the main road. Yeah, but here's a viaduct, Industrial Revolution Railway viaduct. This way to the Mankin Halls Youth Hostel. There's a sign for a couple of rest-ins there as well. Up that road there somewhere, New Road. I just kind of come up this road from the canal, or the main road, and so far I've ascended about 300 feet. And it's about 1,000-foot ascent, roughly, to the Stoodley Pike Monument. Okay, I'm out in the open now, so I can see the destination there, Stoodley Pike, that monument up there. Now, as long as I'm going uphill, I'm doing alright, because this is leading away from Stoodley Pike, but it will double back and head for that ridge up there, and then along the ridge to the pike, and then possibly climb the monument. There's the entrance to the YHA there, with its own bus stop. And up there you can just see Stoodley Pike. Okay, the Pennine Way is that way. And this is where I leave the tarmac road and climb up towards the ridge there. There's the little hamlet of Mankin Halls, right there. You seem to be making progress. There's Mankin Halls down there, maybe 200-300 feet or so below me. And further down is the valley there, Calder Vale, I think. Yeah, between Todmorden and you see it's a very it's a constructed path, because obviously it's a very popular walk up here. And there's the destination there. It's over, I think it's about 130 feet. You can climb to the top, 130 feet tall. So, it's starting to pick up, which is nice when you're doing uphill work on a sunny day. Breeze has picked up nicely, continuing to gain height. Mankin Halls, wind farms on the horizon, and way over there, Stoodley Pike. It doesn't seem to get much closer. It's 3:30, so I've got a full day. I've been going close to 4 hours. Wind's picked up. There's I've reached the ridge. And there's a signpost called Dale Way. And here's kind of a markers going here. This has all been inspected. Almost a gale blowing up here on the ridge top. The scenery is more interesting now. It's level going now. Stoodley Pike. I don't think you can hear me, but it doesn't seem to be getting any closer. You can see it's a popular walk. There's the old wind farms in the distance. The landscape of Hebden Moorland. Yes, Stoodley Pike up there. Hebden Bridge. Roaring gale up here on the balcony. You can see all these inscriptions that dating back many years. And there's Hebden Bridge somewhere over there. Starting off in the right direction. You can hear me because of the wind. So I'll go around the balcony here and on the way out or way down. It goes dark. Hopefully I won't stumble. Beginning the steep descent down to the valley. Down there, got it on video, right? So there's a descent down from the Great Monument to Napoleon, defeat of Napoleon. Well, unless you want to be on YouTube.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, right. So I'll just swing round this way. Beg pardon?
I'll have a look for it. I'll have a look for your film on YouTube.
Well, I'll just put it as I'll call it that Stoodley Pike.
Yeah.
The name of the. You'll just hear your voice. But I won't in case you become infamous or something. If you actually, very few people looked at it. Oh, unfortunately, I recognise this is the way I came up, so I've gone round in a circle again, halfway back to Todmorden. I should have gone down from Stoodley Pike in the opposite direction. Well, I was speaking to that gentleman back there who actually lives at the other side of Todmorden, and he kind of really, in a way, he was trying to be helpful, but this has turned out to be a longer walk than I expected. I'm basically heading towards Todmorden again, down to the canal, but I'll have a good walk of 3 miles along the canal, back to Hebden Bridge. Okay, I'm back to the Rochdale canal, and I will be walking, I didn't intend to, the full length of the canal between Todmorden and Hebden Bridge, so about a 3 mile walk along this canal. And I've been going for over 5 hours, so. Okay, continuing along the canal. So the next little spot, I'll have another break because I've descended basically non-stop halfway back to Todmorden from Stoodley Pike, 1,000-foot descent. So if there's a little place, I'll have a little break and recharge the battery slightly. Still a good 2 miles, I think, from Hebden Bridge. I should be there though in under an hour. And I mean, it's a very pleasant walk, and of course this is the bank holiday weekend, and the weather actually has been superb. So really I shouldn't complain too much. side houses, nice places to live. There's one of the little streams that feeds water into the canal. Just point out everywhere, there's kind of like indications, really, you might say, this kind of like graffiti of an underworld that's kind of buried away out of sight, but comes out at night. And yeah, so still carrying along the canal bank, and there's some nice gritstone crags up ahead on the hill, on the skyline. Luckily I'm walking away from the sun, you can see by the length of the shadow. I've been going for nearly 7 hours now. But there's a relic from the industrial age, that tall chimney stack. This is the edge of Hebden Bridge now, so well, another quarter of an hour I should be back in the B&B. Another shot of that industrial age chimney, well over 100 feet high. In a way, just as impressive as the Stoodley Pike. I'm back in Hebden Bridge, and there's the river that runs through Hebden Bridge. There's another smokestack, Beehive Mills. Another smokestack or chimney stack over there. And my bed and breakfast is up there somewhere on the side of that hill. There's the entrance to Melbourne Street, where the B&B is located. And you can see these buildings are probably originally industrial buildings, but now being, well, I'm not sure, but probably not, but a lot being converted to apartments. This is the view out of my bed and breakfast window of Hebden Bridge. Hebden Old Bridge, erected circa AD 1510. Yeah, well, here it is. It goes over. Oh, I don't know the name of the river. I should have looked it up. There's ducks, plenty of ducks floating in it. Looking downstream, and it's a very pleasant place. Hebden Bridge, an old textile mill town, now gentrified into tourist town.